Now available on Kickstarter, John Haynes at Death's Door. The man who rules the world takes on the Greek god of death in this all-new Kickstarter exclusive John Haynes comic book. Put in your pledge and get the standard, variant, or retro covers of John Haynes at Death's Door and other great stretch goal rewards on Kickstarter today. A bodega clerk was forced to grab a knife and take the life of a Pookie who jumped behind the counter to attack him in a Manhattan bodega. Now, in this incident, which took place in the Hamilton Heights grocery on Broadway and West 139th Street, Jose Alba, who was 51 years old, allegedly was stabbed Austin Simon, a 35-year-old man who stormed behind the counter of the Hamilton Heights grocery after your Austin Simon was told by his girlfriend that your Jose Alba allegedly snatched a bag of chips out of a little girl's hands because the EBT card had been declined. Now, the police are seeing this as an incident where your Jose Alba was in the wrong and he was arrested and charged with murder. However, when I take a critical examination of this incident, it possibly looks like a case of self-defense. And I'd have to say it is a case of self-defense because your Austin Simon did not have to go storm into that store and attack Jose Alba. Now, the real culprit, as I see, as related to Austin Simon's murder, isn't Jose Alba. No, it is Austin Simon's girlfriend. Now, Austin Simon's girlfriend was upset because Jose Alba went out here and took that bag of chips out of that little girl's hands because her EBT card was declined. And after he snatched the bag of chips out of the little girl's hands, the woman went on a rampage, knocking down things in the store, and then stormed to her home and told Austin Simon all about this incident. And your Austin Simon, who was in his feelings about what his girlfriend told him, then stormed back to the store and attacked Jose Alba. And that's why I believe that the female is the one who is the perpetrator of this crime, because this female clearly had time to go out here and think about her actions, but instead of her thinking about her actions, all she did was get caught in her feelings about being humiliated in the store because her EBT card was declined. And because her EBT card was declined, she didn't care about anybody else. It was all about her feelings. Now, a long time ago, the brother of logic and common sense said in one of his videos that if a woman truly cared about you, she would not allow you to go into situations that would put you in danger. And it's clear to me that this female truly didn't care about this Austin Simon. She didn't care about this guy who has been in jail for multiple times. And since she didn't care about him, she told him this story all about how this bodega owner allegedly did them dirty and sent him out there, like Ringo says, with a battery in his back to go out here and defend her so-called honor. But the irony is that she showed us how little character she has, because again, if a woman truly cares about you, she's not going to send you out here to go fight some guy in a bodega over a bag of chips. No, a woman of character, what she's going to do is she's going to say, okay, my EBT card got declined, and I'm just going to walk out of the store with the little dignity that I have as related to this embarrassing incident. And since this guy has gone out here and snatched a bag of chips out of my child's hands, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to patronize this store ever again. That is what a woman of character is going to do. She is going to resolve the conflict by saying, okay, the people in this store have disrespected me, so I'm not going to spend my money in this place anymore. Moreover, a female with an EBT card, she's not going to get upset at the store owner. No, she is going to go out here and try to find out what happened with her EBT card with those people at HRA. So that's what a woman of character would do. Unfortunately, this wasn't a woman of character, and what this woman of as I say, ill repute was doing was she was pulling a crap test, and sadly, because this Pookie did not have any sort of critical thinking skills or ability to use logic and reason, he just got caught up in his feelings over what this female told him. And as he got caught up in his feelings over what this female told him, he ran out here with a battery in his back, looking to go get even with this store owner for allegedly disrespecting his woman. And he went out here looking to go jump behind the counter to go out here and fight this dude, even though he already had multiple arrests and multiple convictions on his record. So this guy, he wasn't even thinking critically about how getting into it with this store owner possibly could lead to him winding up catching another case, being sent to Rikers, and being put in a situation where he would be getting traded for Little Debbie snack cakes, ramen noodles, cups of coffee, cans of Dr. Pepper, and spit roasted by Bubba and Tiny. No, he wasn't thinking about how this could impact him. No, all it was about was he was acting on impulse, hoping to impress this female who already was a baby mama, and he was going to go out here and think, I'm going to go defend the honor of this dishonorable female, and he was going to go out here and possibly, after beating this guy down, possibly getting her to drop the skid mark thong, and possibly getting a taste of the atomic waste. Unfortunately, he didn't get a taste of the atomic waste. No, all he got was the cold steel of a blade when the store owner pulled the knife from behind the counter and wound up giving him a couple of stabs with that blade. Because this guy, again, caught up in his feelings and thinking all about what this female had told him, running around with a battery in his back, ran down to that store looking to get even with that store owner, not understanding something I've known ever since I was a little boy growing up in the South Bronx. If you step to these bodega owners behind the counter, they possibly have something for you behind that counter. And if they've got sometimes they've got a blade behind that counter, sometimes they've got a bat behind that counter, and sometimes they've got a pistol behind that counter. And chances are you may get one of the three, and that's the prize that this guy got for playing the stupid game. He got the fucked up prize of losing his life because he played a stupid game, and the stupid game that he played was the crap test that this female sent him out on. And because this guy didn't do any critical thinking, he wound up getting into the crap test and failing miserably, because a lot of times these females, they'll send you out here to go out here and do this dirty work, and they're sitting there smiling because they know that you're weak. They know that you're easy to control. They know that you're easy to manipulate. And that's what happened here with your Austin Simon. He went out here and he failed the crap test. And now that he's failed the crap test, he's lost his life. And he didn't, again, because he didn't do any critical thinking about this situation, he wound up putting himself in a situation where he lost his life. It's very similar what happened here with Austin Simon to what happened to Will Smith. I mean, Will Smith fell for the same game that this female played and with Jada Pinkett, and he went out here and she sent him out on a kamikaze mission. And what happened was Will Smith wound up losing his entire career, and your Austin Simon, in the same way, fell for the same crap test with the same type of female, and he wound up losing his life as a result of going out here and buying into this woman's whole histrionics. Oh, they did me dirty at the store. He snatched a bag of chips out of my daughter's hands. Well, a man of character is going to say, okay, this is how we going to solve this. we're just not going to shop at that store no more, because that's how you have an impact on these store owners. If they disrespect you and they treat you bad, you keep your money in your pocket and you don't go back there anymore. And that's the solution that a man is going to tell a woman as related to a store. And if she starts getting into histrionics and throwing a fit, it tells you that that woman really doesn't care about you, because a woman who truly cares about you is going to understand that you holding your dollars makes more sense than going out here and fighting another individual over how they treat you in a store. If they treat you dirty in a store, you have the right to go out here and say, I'm never going to shop there anymore, and I'm going to keep my money in my pocket. Unfortunately, this Pookie he had nobody to teach him male life skills, male survival skills, critical thinking skills, or the ability to problem solve. And because he didn't have the ability to problem solve, he thought, I'm going to go out here and defend the honor of this raggedy female by going out here and fighting a dude over some chips in his store that weren't even paid for. Because as I've been in this situation with a family member of mine who had bought a gift card and the card got declined, and she called the police, and the police told her if the money was still on the card, then there's nothing to worry about as related to the store. Yes, it may be embarrassing for the card to get declined, but you haven't lost anything if you walk out of that store. You may have been a little embarrassed as related to the situation, but you still have more important intangibles, such as your self-respect, your self-worth, and most importantly, your freedom. Unfortunately, nobody taught this guy, this Austin Simon, the importance of the intangible of freedom. And because nobody taught him the importance of the intangible of freedom, this is what allowed this female to put this battery in his back and send him on this kamikaze mission. Because a guy who has, again, been in and out of jail, you would think he would start thinking about the importance of the intangible of his freedom after going out here and being in and out of jail for multiple crimes. You would think he would think, hey, at 35 years old, I really need to think about the intangible of my freedom, and I need to not risk my freedom. Unfortunately, many of these guys out here who are Pookies are real big-time simps, and they're thinking, oh, I'll impress this girl by showing how tough I am. And sometimes you call yourself showing yourself so tough, you're going to run into a guy who has something for you, and that's what happened in this case. This bodega owner, Jose Alba, showed that he had something for him. Now, what's really troubling about this case is that they are trying to make it like Jose Alba is some sort of murderer, and I don't see any sort of malice of forethought as related to this entire case. As it comes down to your Jose Alba, it was basically a case of self-defense. This individual went out here and looked to start a fight with him. They stormed behind the counter. They physically assaulted him. I mean, this was an older man, and this younger man came to attack this older man. But your Alvin Bragg wants to go out here and say that this is a case of murder, and he wanted to give him a 6-figure bail, which is quite troubling, because had it been the other way around and this Pookie Austin Simon took your Jose Alba's life, he would probably be released on his own recognizance, according to Manhattan's really dysfunctional bail reform. And that's what's really backwards about this case. Again, your Alvin Bragg wants to go out here and put a man in Rikers with $250,000 bail for defending himself. But the Pookie, had he wound up in the reverse of the situation and taken this man's life, he would be back on the street by the end of the evening. And again, it just shows you how out of touch many of these leftists are. They will go out here and attack the store owner for defending himself from a Pookie, and the prosecutor, he will look to prosecute the store owner for defending himself from the Pookie, but he won't go out here and file a single charge against the ratchet female who instigated the entire incident, because it's this female who should be the one who should be charged with murder, because she weaponized this Pookie and sicked him on the store owner like an attack dog. And when this store owner went out here and took out a knife and sent him to the shadow realm. He's the bad guy, but he's not the bad guy. The real bad guy is this female, and many people don't want to go after this female because in our gynocentric system, we look to give ratchet females like this a pass, and giving these ratchet females a pass is one of the worst things many of these leftists do. They give these females a pass even though they go out here and instigate these incidents. They go out here, weaponize these Pookies, send them out again on a kamikaze mission, and then they sit there with their hands together acting like they did absolutely nothing wrong. It's like, no, you did do something wrong. You were the one who started all of this stuff. You were the one who wanted to pull a crap test on this guy, and you thought, oh, I'll be able to get away with this stuff. And the whole thing is we have to start holding these raggedy females like this accountable for their actions, because the main reason why they do these kind of stunts is because guys go out here and give them a pass, and we can't give these type of females a pass because they are the ones who perpetrate the crime. Because again, this female, she's sitting there, she probably knew that the EBT card was bad, but wanted to see if she could pull a game on the store owner. And then when the game fell apart, then she wants to go out here and send the Pookie after them. Now, what's really dysfunctional about this situation is that you have this female running things, and she's out here sending Pookie to go be the henchman. And again, if this was a man of character, he would be like, no, you're not even going to be on welfare with my child. And if I want to go get my child some chips, I'm going to be the one paying for the chips. That is the way a man of character goes out here and handles things. He's the provider for his family. Unfortunately, we have so many males who have been raised in single-parent households. They buy into the dysfunctional paradigm that the female is the leader, and it's their job to protect the queen and go out here and fight for the queen, even if she's not really caring about you and your place in the kingdom. Because again, any man out here, he would be embarrassed to have his female out here on some EBT card collecting some welfare. No, any man out here is going to be working for his money, and he's going to make sure that his wife is taken care of. It's not going to be no baby mama situation. No, a man is going to make sure that his wife is taken care of. He's going to make sure that his wife and his children are fed. And if his children want something from a store, he is going to be coming into that store with his dollars to spend that money. And when he comes into that store with his dollars, guess what? He's going to get respect, because if he does not get respect, he's not spending his money in that business. That's what happens when you have a man in the community and not males. When a man is in the community, the people in the store know to respect that man. They know to respect his wife, and they're going to respect that man and his wife because he has control over those dollars, and it only makes sense for him to spend money in places where he is going to get respect. He is not going to sit there and have his woman going into a place with an EBT card trying to run some game. No, he's going to be in there with those dollars, and because they see those dollars and they know that the only way to get those dollars is to earn them, they're going to come correct. But again, because we have messed up males who have been raised by females, they think, oh, if they do me dirty in the store, I got to go get my respect by fighting that man. No, you don't get respect by fighting that man in the store. No, you get respect by holding your dollar. That is how you get respect, because it is their job to earn your money. It is their job to earn your respect, and they need to show you respect. And that is what this Pookie didn't understand about this situation. And that's why this Pookie is in the shadow realm right now, because he went out here trying to call himself being a man, but he didn't know anything about being a man. He wanted to be the man by saying, hey, I beat up a store owner, but a man who knows how to be a man understands. Once more, and I'm going to repeat it again, I'm gonna hold my dollars, and I'm gonna take my dollars where it only makes sense for me to get respect. That's where a man is going to do. But sadly, this male didn't understand anything because he was raised by females, and that female he was with sent him on this kamikaze mission, the same way Jada Pinkett sent Will Smith on a kamikaze mission to attack Chris Rock. And because these males don't have any sort of critical thinking skills to think about themselves, all they're thinking about is that atomic waste reactor between the legs of that female. They wind up in a place where they wind up messed up like either Will Smith, or they wind up in the shadow realm like this dude. And it just shows us how messed up many of these males are, and shows us how many of these males are just plain old simps, thinking that if I go out here and I fight this guy, I'll get a taste of the atomic waste, but the only thing waiting for you is a place inside of either the prison or the shadow realm. And that's where this guy is, in the shadow realm, being spit roasted by a group of demons. Now, if you want to learn how to avoid situations like this Pookie wound up in, you can pick up my book, Stop Simpin', Why Men Don't Need Finance to Get Romance, The Misadventures of Captain Save-'Em, and The Man Crisis. These 3 books will teach you how to avoid situations like this and be able to preserve the intangible of your freedom, so that you don't wind up getting either sent to the shadow realm or wind up getting your tight end turned into a wide receiver by Bubba and Tiny. So if you want to see more men's issues videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe. Now available in paperback and e-readers, E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman. Hell's Aspiring Angel takes on a wicked werewolf in this action-packed all-new E-Steam series adventure. Get E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman in paperback and e-readers today.